Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another Hammer Productions night. Tonight, I will be reviewing The Gorgon, released in 1964. The Gorgon stars Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, Richard Pasco, Barbara Shelley, Michael Goodliffe, Jack Watson, Patrick Troughton, and Prudence Hyman. The Gorgon was directed by Terence Fisher. Now this one was written by John Gilling and Anthony Nelson Keyes. And this one is so unique just because it is one of the first film adaptations of the Greek mythological creature of the Gorgon, which most people know of Medusa as the big representation of Gorgons on screen and video game, whatever, any kind of adaptations of this character or this type of character. But in this one, we get her sister from Greek mythology, Megara. And the character is just so creepy to begin with. A creature with snake hair and can turn people to stone just by them gazing upon her. It's such an interesting character, let alone putting that kind of a character into a horror film. And so it's a unique idea by Hammer to make a horror film based on this Greek mythological creature. And the cast is amazing in this. And even though it has Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing top billing this thing, I don't think either one of them have as much screen time as Richard Pasco, playing the character of Paul Heitz. And Paul Heitz is a very, very good hero character in this story. And Richard Pasco, who I had only seen prior to this in Rasputin the Mad Monk, playing Boris. In that, he was made up to look a little older and everything, so he didn't represent what he really looks like. In this, he's basically looks like his normal self and everything in it. There's no makeup on him to make him look... well, he does have some little makeup on later on because he encounters Megara, and it starts affecting him in a bad way. So he starts looking a little bit more unhealthy. But prior to that, he looks like his normal self. And the only other thing I'd seen him in after Rasputin was the Robin Hood film, Sword of Sherwood Forest, which he played such a cool villain in that, that I was really impressed with his acting, whether, because he played a neutral character in Rasputin, and then in Sword of Sherwood Forest, he played, this villain. And in this, he's playing one of the main heroes of the story. And it is just so fun to follow his character along. And he is such a good actor. So, he's the real standout in this film, Richard Pasco is. Barbara Shelley plays a character named Carla Hoffman in this. Peter Cushing's character is a doctor, Dr. Nemiroff, who Barbara Shelley's character of Carla is like a nurse too, and everything. And Peter Cushing's doctor character is not his normal kind of good guy or neutral kind of character in this. I mean, he very seldom played a villain in films, and he's usually playing a neutral character like Dr. Frankenstein, or a very heroic character like Van Helsing. And he played a villain in ironically, a Sword of Sherwood Forest, alongside Richard Pasco. And in this, he's sort of a bit of an asshole of a character. Meanwhile, Christopher Lee, as Professor Carl Meister, is the opposite. He's getting to play a colleague of Richard Pasco's character, Paul, and he is a full-on hero, a full good guy in this thing. But he doesn't get introduced to the story till midway through. That's why I say Richard Pasco is literally the star of this film instead of Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, even though they got higher billing than him in this film. Barbara Shelley's character, we're going to go into a little bit of spoiler territory now, so if you want to watch this film and without any spoilers, go watch it now and then come back and finish this review. Anyway, on to the spoilers. Barbara Shelley's character of Carla is revealed that she is indeed supposed to be Megara. And I would have been fine with that. I think that might have been a cool concept. Because I don't think Barbara Shelley ever played really a villain in anything other than, getting turned into a vampire in Dracula, Prince of Darkness. So this gave her a chance to be a villain, but she doesn't even play the character. She doesn't even play the villain. They ended up getting a different actress, Prudence Hyman, to play Megara in her Gorgon style look. And I just think that was a mistake. You have this amazing actress. You could have made her up with the makeup to where she wouldn't have been recognizable. And they barely show Prudence Hyman as Megara anyway. They keep her kind of off camera, and whenever you do see her, it's just more kind of in the shadows and stuff. And, you never really see her face that much anyway until the final moments of the film. And I just think it was a mistake not to use Barbara Shelley fully for the character of Carla / Megara. Having two different actresses playing the same role it just hurts the film, I think, in some ways. But other than that, Terence Fisher does an excellent job directing this film. This is one of the better Hammer films. It has some great suspense scenes, great moody atmosphere to it. Like I said, the performances are pretty damn good in this one. So, my final review of The Gorgon. I am going to give this film a 9.6 out of 10. I think this would have been the perfect film, a 10 out of 10, had they just went with Barbara Shelley as Carla / Megara instead of using two different actresses in that role. That kind of brings it down a little bit. But other than that, this is one of the best from Hammer. So, what did you guys think of this film? Have you seen this? And if you have, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. And, as usual, if you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, because it really does help this channel out a lot. And while you're by the subscribe button, don't forget to click that bell icon to be notified about future videos just like this one. Anyway, that's the end of another Hammer Productions night. Hope you will join me tomorrow for another action movie night. Until then, thanks for watching.